Dear GoPro, I've got good news and I've got bad news, and we need to have a little chat. First, the good news is I'm probably going to buy a GoPro Hero 13. The bad news is I'm going to buy it on the best sale I can, and you could have sold it to me back in September for full retail, but your product launch kind of put me off. Let me explain. So launch day came and I'm in the market for a new GoPro, so I was keen to see what was new, and it looked interesting. But what happened this year, like the last several years, that kind of put me off was that you flooded the market with a bunch of influencer videos. When you launch a new camera, I'm interested in learning about the new camera and seeing what the new camera can do. I'm interested in seeing videos from like Abe Kislavich and Mitch Bergsma. I just want information about the camera. I hate the influencers, the GoPro picks, and they send out the camera kits too. Not your GoPro experts. Most of the GoPro experts are excellent, and I love watching their stuff, and you ought to just have them do it and then put the cameras on sale. Making the average consumer wait a week while you flood the market with influencer videos that really just actually turned me off. And I knew that if I just waited a month or waited 2 months, that the price would come down. And you guys have been sending me an email every single day. My Instagram feed is full of GoPro ads. You know I've been looking at stuff. You want to sell me a camera, and you could have sold it to me for full retail, but now I'm going to get it for a cheap discounted rate. As a matter of fact, here you go. Costco is selling the Hero 13 right after it got launched for $339. It comes with an extra battery and an SD card. So if you do the math, it's closer to probably $300. So you could have sold me a GoPro for full retail, but I'm going to get it a lot cheaper just because you turned me off with your sales pitch. When I want to buy a camera, the last thing I want to do is see a bunch of guys sitting in their home studios with all of their Insta cameras and the DJI cameras and their old GoPro cameras, and they talking about all the different cameras. Show me what you can do with cameras, not show me all of your cameras. With your perfectly lit little studio, it's just really weird. The reason why I love Abe's videos is because he skis and does all of the things, and he takes the camera out and does things with the camera. I've been a fan of GoPro since 2009, probably a super fan. Yeah, I've been a super fan for a long time, but lately I've just been probably a fan. The shine is worn off of it, and it's basically because of marketing, because the marketing is definitely using influencers who just don't speak to me at all. I watched a video yesterday with a teenager with a Hero 11 doing things that I hadn't thought about doing before. That kid with a Hero 13 as part of your push, that would have been interesting. A bunch of camera bro dudes sitting in their home studios talking about Insta, DJI, GoPro, and comparing. Comparison videos don't mean anything. What you can do with a camera is everything. When I first started getting into GoPros, I was trying to think of anything and everything I could do with that thing. And people in the YouTube comments would always tell me, GoPros are just for sports. GoPros are just for sports. I'm one of the first people to put macro lenses on GoPros. You can go check my YouTube feed, right there. I'm one of the first people to shoot night lapse with a GoPro Hero 3. The night lapse feature didn't even come out until the Hero 4. There was a firmware mistake that allowed GoPro Hero 3s to actually shoot long exposure photographs. And I was doing night lapse before night lapse was a thing. That's the kind of person doing the weird stuff that's going to sell cameras. Guys sitting in their home studios are not going to sell you cameras. They're doing ads for DJI and Insta360 as much as they're doing ads for GoPro. As a matter of fact, you sent a free camera to Casey Neistat, and in the comments, everyone's asking for a review and asking for questions. He's not answering any of that stuff. He's just taking the free camera. And then like a month later, he's got an Insta360 camera, and they just sent him one for free. Here's a rich dude getting free cameras and doing nothing with them. He's not doing any public service for the free camera. That teenager you could have sent that free camera to, and he'd have been making videos for the next 6 months selling your camera. Your marketing department needs a refit. And I'm probably going to buy a Hero 13 on deep discount. And I would have bought it full retail because I wanted to make videos for my YouTube channel. But once the field is flooded with Hero 13 videos, what's the point? GoPro, please. Your marketing department needs a rework. You need to be selling cameras to the fans, not a bunch of camera bros. I'm sick of hearing about people saying, you know, GoPro doesn't have 8K yet. A GoPro's never really going to have 8K. Are you kidding me? Who are these people? Show us what you can do with a camera instead of sitting in a studio comparing apples to oranges. It's meaningless. All right, end of rant. By the way, anybody watching this video, please, if you have similar feelings, put it down in the comments. Are you sick of seeing influencers get early cameras and do nothing with them? And by the way, if you're a Costco member, the best deal I've found yet for the GoPro Hero 13 is at Costco. And you get 2 batteries and an SD card. I think I might do that.